Welcome back to Pique Your Interest podcast. We have a special guest on with us today. We have Hannah. Hannah is our office intern. She's back for the second year in a row. She's back for longer this summer, but she just kind of wanted to learn the ropes about what mortgage banking was all about. So we are excited to have Hannah on today. Hannah, why don't you kind of just tell us just a little bit about yourself, and then we'll ask some questions about interning.
My name is Hannah. Like she said, I go to the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, and I'm an upcoming senior in the fall. So when August starts, I'll be one more year left.
Yeah, there you go. That's always exciting. And I think that you had told me that your plan was to continue on with schooling, right?
Yeah.
In the same industry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna do business finance for grad school, and I was thinking of going to London for grad school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fun. Have you ever been to London before?
Yeah, I went my freshman year of college, like the first semester.
Okay. It was fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met all of my best friends there.
Oh, see, that's cool. Yeah. So we're glad to have Hannah back. So I figured it'd be cool to ask Hannah a few questions about being an intern here, just to interview her a little bit. So, all right, first question we have is, what is your major of choice and why did you choose that major?
Okay, my major is finance, and I'm big on problem solving. I like really complicated math problems, and when I get the answer right, it's like a big reward for me.
Yeah.
And overall, just growing up, I just love numbers. So anything to do with numbers, it was just like a big deal for me.
So you were good in math in school? Yeah. Okay. Kind of makes sense. Yeah. No, but I feel like that's what this industry, based on what you've seen and like shadowed people in here, you've seen different like problem solving with numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do that every day here. Okay. Next question. What has been the most surprising thing you've learned about mortgage banking while interning with us at First Home?
Well, like you said, it's my second year, and the second year here is longer, like you said before, and I'm learning way more than I did my first year. And when I came here my first year, it was just like I felt like I didn't learn as much because it was only like a short amount of time. It was like only a month, but I'm here for like 3 months.
Right.
And I think just overall, like the mortgage process was very surprising to me because I didn't know about credit scores. I didn't know about loans. I didn't know anything about mortgage, actually. So just all of it was pretty surprising to me. And it set me up for the long run because now I know about these programs for first home buyers. I know like about the loans and how to like process or how the steps are for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of surprising how much goes into buying a home, right?
Yeah, it's really surprising because I like didn't know anything about that, and I only knew about rent a little bit, but now I know about it more, but that's totally different than buying a home. It's just like so surprising to me.
Yeah, it's almost like, wow, that's a lot that goes into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know like you needed, well, I feel like this is obvious, but like homeowners insurance and the appraisal and like stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember when I first started this job, everything, we would be sitting in like meetings and I would have no idea what was going on. I didn't know what people were talking about. I had no idea what the words meant. I was like, all this is just to buy a home. But as you've been here, it gets easier to understand and it like makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first year I sat in the meetings and I was just like, what does all this stuff mean? I didn't know the Maryland mortgage program. Yep. I had no idea what that was.
Yeah.
And then now, like, I'm here for the second time. I'm like, oh, I know all these key terms.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. And we've even had her like made like a mock flyer just to kind of break it down. And I feel like that's been helpful for you to understand what the programs mean and the terms and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. So it's good to hear. Yeah. Okay. So can you share a memorable learning experience you've had with us that stood out to you?
So I would say just sitting in with loan officers, seeing how they process things, because everybody processes things differently. So learning how one person processes a thing versus another person
Mm-hmm.
is very different. And like promoting yourself with your business is another like thing, memorable learning experience that I learned, because you're going to always have to like promote yourself
Mm-hmm.
no matter what business you're in. So marketing is always going to be your number one thing to get more business. So you could be outside, like going to Starbucks or something, getting a coffee, and you're wearing like First Home Mortgage on your thing, and somebody's like, oh, do you work there? That's like kind of promoting, and you're like, oh yeah, I do. I'm like a loan officer, like I do XYZ.
Yeah.
So that's like marketing. And then you could do your Facebook, this podcast that we're on right now, videos, flyers, newsletters, and stuff like that I've learned.
Yeah. So marketing is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're right, you do need it in every job.
Yeah.
Every job. Okay, so how has being an intern at our office helped you in terms of future goals for yourself?
Well, it showed me like something that I might be interested in the future, like job wise. And then it shows me who I want to be as a person in an office.
Yeah.
Like how I want to act, how I want my personality to be. And then like also for future goals, I do want to buy a house. So this even helps me more to understand the process of how to buy a home.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, like I may be biased, but I think that this home buying should be something that's at least introduced to people in college, especially in college. It's not, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It should be. Yeah, but I see what you're saying.
I don't think any of my friends know anything about.
Yeah.
I think they know like about credit scores, which is good because some people don't even know about that. And I don't even know, like I didn't even know about it until last year. Mm-hmm. And then like they don't know about, like they just know about rent.
Right.
And then they don't know about how like the mortgage process is.
Right.
So I think it's very helpful to know that. So maybe I'll tell them when I go back to school.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You could definitely be the friend, you know, and if you get in this industry, they can use you when they want to buy a home because you're going to be knowledgeable about it. For sure. Okay, so what advice would you give to someone considering an internship in the industry of mortgage banking?
I would say come in this industry with an open mind, because I definitely did my first year and I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was just a junior. Yeah, I was a junior and I still had no idea what I was going to do after college. I still kind of don't know, because I don't know if I want to go get a job or if I want to go to grad school. Yeah. So just come in with an open mind, because you'll learn new things every single day. Yeah. Yeah.
I can attest to that. I learn something new every single day. And I almost like it that way, because I don't, coming into an office and not learning anything, it's like, what is the point of that? You know, keeps your mind going and challenged and whatnot. Okay. And then what do you enjoy outside of work that helps you stay motivated with school and your future?
My friends and my family help me stay motivated, because like my family pushes me to be the best I can be, which is great. And I always ask them for advice when I'm like, don't know what to do exactly. Right. And then my friends I always ask them for advice, because they're like around the same age as me. So it's really helpful to get some input with somebody who might go through that as well. Yeah. But I enjoy like calling them, texting them, FaceTiming them all the time, because it just helps me. They know how to keep me calm, and they know how to like make me laugh really hard and stuff like that.
Yeah, which is always nice to have people like that around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm adding a question here. Would you ever tell like your friends, hey, you should go intern somewhere based on your experience here? Do you think it's something that would be helpful for them? Yeah.
So I think you should start looking for internships sophomore year, the beginning of sophomore year, and then start applying throughout the year. And then junior year, by the summer of junior year, you should be already set with an internship. because it's really competitive out there. And that's what I struggled with, trying to get an internship.
So let me ask you this, Hannah. Do you have tips for anybody that's looking to be in an internship and they don't even know where to start?
Yeah. So I'm in the business school at Tennessee. It's called Haslam, and they always have these 1 credit classes that always like help with our business, like attire, like LinkedIn and stuff like that. So I would say go to job fairs. You can look it up on Google, honestly.
Yeah.
You can look it up on Google. There's plenty of job fairs out there. I know my school had plenty of job fairs. That's how I got connected with people. And then make sure your LinkedIn is up to date, because if it's up to date, then those employers that are looking for interns can message you on LinkedIn and you can get it that way.
Yeah.
And then
maybe just like word of mouth.
Yeah.
Anybody that you know.
Always make connections, always talk to people. I was a very shy person growing up, so I've been trying to get out of that since I started college, and I talked to tons and tons of people.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I think everybody kind of is like that a little bit. Yeah. I told you the other day, I was like that coming into the industry. I was painfully shy about it, and you almost have to like shift your gears if you want a different, I guess, outlook on things, you know?
Yeah. You definitely can't be shy in this world anymore.
Can you be shy in this industry?
Nope. No, you cannot.
Hannah's like, no. Hannah, I think you've sat with enough loan officers to know that you can't be shy in this industry.
No,
that's so funny.
You cannot.
Okay. Well, do you have anything else to add to anything about interning or?
Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on with us. We love having you in the office. I think it's a great addition, and I do think it's nice to have somebody in here interning. It's good for us too, because it's almost like a refresher for loan officers to be like, all right, well, if we have to teach this to somebody, like, you know, maybe we have to relearn it a little bit too. So either way, thank you for jumping on with me, and let's finish out the summer with your internship here. Great. Yes. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Have a good day. Bye.